You ever notice how some conversations drain you, even though nothing bad actually happened? You're standing there, nodding, smiling, doing all the right human things.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Oh,
Oh wow, that's crazy. Nice weather, huh?
nice.
And yet, 10 minutes later, you feel like you just ran an emotional marathon. Your social battery didn't just drop, it vanished. Quietly, politely, like it didn't want to make a scene. And the weird part, the other person seems completely fine, energized even. Meanwhile, you're already planning your escape route. Bathroom break, fake phone notification, sudden interest in the snack table. If that sounds familiar, congratulations. You're not broken, you're not rude, and you're definitely not antisocial. There's actually a hidden psychology behind why small talk can feel emotionally draining for certain people. And once you see it, you might start recognizing yourself, or someone close to you, in a very different way. Let's start with one type of person. There's the internally oriented thinker. This is the person whose mind is always doing something. Even when they're quiet, there's a constant internal dialogue running in the background. Observations, reflections, half-formed thoughts that don't always need words. So when small talk starts, something subtle happens. The conversation asks them to shift outward, fast. No warm-up, no depth, just immediate performance. How's work? Good. Oh, nice. Inside, they're thinking, which version of good do you want? The surface answer or the real one? But there's no space for that. Small talk moves quickly. It doesn't linger. It doesn't wait. So they translate their inner complexity into socially acceptable fragments, over and over. And that translation process? That's exhausting. It's like constantly compressing a detailed file into a tiny zip folder. You can do it, but not forever. Then there's another type, the emotionally attuned listener. This person doesn't just hear words. They feel tone, mood shifts, micro-expressions. They notice when someone says, "I'm fine," a little too fast, or laughs half a second too late. In deeper conversations, this sensitivity feels like a gift. But in small talk, it turns into overload. Because small talk is full of emotional noise, forced enthusiasm, polite interest, half-meant reactions, and the emotionally attuned person absorbs all of it. They're unconsciously tracking everything. Are they bored? Am I boring? Did that joke land? Was that smile real? So even a light conversation becomes mentally crowded. Not because it's deep, but because it's emotionally inconsistent. By the time it's over, they're not tired from talking. They're tired from processing. And here's the twist. The person they're talking to probably has no idea. Then there's the meaning-driven type. This person doesn't talk just to fill space. For them, conversation is a bridge. It's supposed to go somewhere. So when small talk loops, whether traffic, weekend plans, it feels strangely empty. Not offensive, just hollow. They'll smile, they'll respond, but internally something feels off. Like eating a meal that looks fine but has no flavor. The psychology here is simple but uncomfortable. Their brain is wired to seek relevance, purpose, a sense of why are we sharing this moment? Small talk doesn't offer that. It's social glue, not substance. And for meaning-driven people, glue alone doesn't nourish. They don't hate people. They don't hate conversation. They just crave connection more than interaction. Then there's a quieter category that rarely gets talked about. The self-monitoring type. These are people who are hyper-aware of how they're coming across. Not in a narcissistic way, but in a careful, self-protective way. During small talk, they're running a silent checklist. Am I smiling enough? Talking too much? Too little? Is my tone normal? Did that sound awkward? Small talk demands quick responses, casual energy, effortless flow. But for self-monitors, nothing feels effortless. Every response is edited in real time. Every pause feels louder than it is. So instead of being present, they're managing themselves. That constant self-surveillance is draining. It's like having a camera pointed at you the entire conversation, even if no one else is watching. And finally, there's the type that surprises people the most. The socially capable introvert. Not shy, not anxious, just inwardly fueled. They can do small talk. They're good at it, sometimes too good. And that's exactly the problem. Because performing socially, even successfully, still costs energy. And small talk offers very little return. No emotional depth. No intellectual spark. Just sustained output. So after a while, their internal system flags it as inefficient. High energy spent. Low internal reward. And that's when the drain hits. Not immediately, but later, on the drive home, in the quiet. Now here's something important. Feeling drained by small talk doesn't mean you're bad at socializing. It means your mind processes social interaction differently. Some people recharge through interaction. Others recharge through reflection. Neither is superior. They're just wired differently. Small talk was never designed to nourish everyone. It's a social warm-up, a safety check, a way of saying, I'm not a threat. But when it becomes the main event, certain people feel like they're stuck in the lobby, never invited into the real room. So the next time you feel tired after a perfectly normal conversation, pause before judging yourself. Ask instead, what does my mind actually need from connection? Depth, meaning, authenticity, space, and maybe, just maybe, the drain isn't a flaw. It's a signal. So which one sounded like you? Or maybe it reminded you of someone you know. If this made you feel a little seen, you're not alone. And if you want more quiet explorations of human behavior like this, you know where to find them. Sometimes the most revealing conversations happen after the small talk ends.